Let's get back to the phones. We've got Terry holding for us with a question. Hey, Terry.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Terry.
Great. What's your question for us tonight?
Yeah, I understand with car accidents, you have your liability limits, both parties. My wife was involved in a car accident, and we had liability limits, but beyond the liability limits, my wife has since the case has been settled, she has since had back surgery, had a spinal cord stimulator implanted in her back, and now the doctors are saying that she's going to have rods implanted in her back also. And here's the thing, being that the case has already been settled, what rights do we have to reopen and to relitigate this case? Because we have ongoing problems now. My wife is going into a second back surgery.
Wow, that's pretty heavy.
Well, Terry, that goes to what BJ had said earlier, which is you don't want to settle until you know the full extent of the injuries, until you know what is the volume of the injury. You can't know what is the appropriate volume of monetary compensation it would take to be equal to and commensurate with that injury. And unfortunately, the release that you signed probably says from the beginning of time to the end of the world. That's the way the release works. When you signed the release, you did that in return for a certain amount of money. That closed that case. And unfortunately, I'm sorry to say that you don't have any right to reopen it once you settle it. As long as you're sui juris and you're legally competent and you settle the case, it is settled. That would be for you and your wife, and I'm sorry that happened. I hope you didn't have a lawyer, because if you did, you may have a legal malpractice case. You could discuss that with any number of attorneys and see. But that's the answer, unfortunately.
Yeah, absent fraud, I agree.
Yeah, absent some fraud involved with the defendant or the defendant's insurance company. But that also brings up the importance of uninsured motorist insurance. I mean, I don't know what you had, but you should have had uninsured motorist insurance, right?
No.
So there's really no such thing as relitigation.
No, once you sign that release, it's like Carl said, it releases everything. The claims you had and it could have brought a release.
And that's why everybody should look at their policy and see, and we talk about this all the time. Everybody that comes into our office says they have full coverage. Very few people do. And you can't have more uninsured motorist insurance than you have liability coverage.
Right.
So look at your liability coverage. I would say everybody should have 100, 300 at least. And then also talk to your insurance agent and get the same amount of uninsured motorist insurance. That protects you when you get hit by somebody who doesn't have adequate insurance to pay your damages.
And you want add-on or excess uninsured motorist coverage. The insurance companies push the other one, but you want the add-on.
And they don't push either one because
but if they're going to push one, it's the one that doesn't help you much.
It doesn't cost a lot.
Right,
it's the cheapest insurance you can get. Right. It's the cheapest you'll ever get for the amount of coverage you can have on your person. Yeah. Liability protects your assets. Uninsured motorist insurance protects your person.